And please put your hands together for Rob Benedict.
Hi, guys. Finally we're alone together. How's it going? You having a good time so far? It's funny, like from the green room, they've got a TV where we can see what's happening on stage. I was so jealous. I wanted to be out here, so I'm excited. I finally get to be. We have a Christmas tree, that's exciting. And an awkward camera angle. Anyway, it's so fun to be in Australia. Really exciting. Every time I'm here, I can't believe that I'm a day away from home. Like, it's Friday at home. It's so crazy to me. I keep calling people at home and going, it's Saturday here. And no one seems as psyched about it as I. I guess it's just like, whatever. I'm like always kind of 12 years old, just traveling for the first time. Even though I've been here like 3 other times. So yeah, I figured just because we could get more questions in, Stu's gonna help find you guys, and you can ask me questions and I'll answer them and stuff.
Hey Rob, so the drummer of your band recently quit his full-time job. So I was wondering if that means your band's going to be doing more tours and if there's any chance of you guys coming out to Australia at any point?
Well, yes, he did. And part of the reason is we're doing every one of the conventions, like 17 conventions in the United States, and then we're also going to be doing little tours and stuff like that. But yes, in terms of Australia, that's something I really want to happen, and I've actually been talking to Carissa about it, and we're going to try to make that happen in the next year or two. So yeah, it'd be stupid not to, right? No, we really want to come. It's time. It's time. So yeah, that will happen. Yeah, but that's pretty crazy, huh? He quit his job, and yeah, it feels very real. No, it's real. It's real. Am I? Oh, yeah, there you are.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
I really liked you in the movie Waiting. I've noticed that you do seem to be typecast as a nervous character every time. Is that something that you enjoy playing?
Yeah, it is. It's like, as an actor, there are certain parts that you just feel comfortable playing, and that's a character that I can relate to. And so, yeah, I can play people that aren't that, and certainly there are other sort of things in my wheelhouse that sometimes it's weird, I get cast as like the opposite of that, a really cocky dude, sometimes a bad guy or an a-hole. Asshole, I guess I can say that, right? But sometimes I'll get cast as that. But of course, people who know me are like, I don't buy it. But yeah, so yeah, that is. I do relate to that. It's just an emotion that I recognize really well. And yeah, I think part of it is growing up. I was my brother's 6'4", and he's 3 years older than me. So I always felt like the little brother. And so I think more than anything, it's that's the character I relate to. When I wrote this movie called The Sidekick, this short, yeah, and that came from me wanting to write a movie where I was the lead dude, and the thing I came up with was I was the sidekick. It's a movie where the sidekick gets to be the main dude, But anyway, yeah, no, I really do. No, I do. I guess I relate to that kind of character. And I find the humor in it, too. You know what I mean?
Hi.
Hey, hi. Hi.
Firstly, just because I'm pretty sure we're all dying to know, who won the table tennis game?
Oh, well, there was a tournament.
Oh.
So it started off with me and Matt. It's a really well-fought game, came down to it, and Matt beat me. And then next up was Jason and Rich. And I don't know if you knew this, no joke, Richard is really good at table tennis. So Richard won. And so Richard and Matt faced each other in the finals, and Richard won. And then the consolation bracket, me and Jason fought in what ended up being the most epic match of the whole shebang. And it came down to an argument over rules. We go to 11, and the way I always played is you got to win by 2. Well, Jason apparently didn't play that way. So it was 11-10, and I was like, he walked away all victorious. I was like, you got to win by 2. We looked it up. I might have thrown something. Words were exchanged. He came back to the table, and it went like 11-11, 12-12. And I finally beat him like 15-13. Yeah, it's crazy. To win 3rd place out of 4. So, yeah, no, that was really exciting. And Brianna the whole time was like, ugh, you guys, disgusting.
And then, sort of proper question now.
Yeah.
Just by the way, anyone who hasn't seen the last couple of episodes, spoilers. What do you think of the storyline about the darkness being God's sister?
I mean, I think that's very interesting. And, certainly all the things that are happening this year seem to be asking for God to come and sort some shit out. So we'll see. But, yeah, no, it's very interesting indeed. So, yeah, who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
Hi, I was just wondering, has Jared and Jensen ever tried to prank you on set while you were there?
I've been asked that before, and they really didn't try to prank me. It took them a while before then, when they finally really got to know me, then the pranks started to happen. But when I was on set, no, they're very respectful. The only thing that ever happened on set was one time, I guess, is it Jared that has the dogs or had the dogs? And big, scary dogs. And he was going to lend me something, and he said, it's in my trailer. And I was like, oh, well, he's like, yeah, go on in. And they're all like, and I opened it up, and the dogs are like, and I was like, yeah. And Jared was like, it's funny. So that was the closest thing to it. But no, it really, and then, we were work friends. And then through the conventions and just this whole family that's developed, now we're like, really, really good friends. And that's when it started. Most recent of which was he got into my phone a few weeks ago. We were out for drinks, and we were joking because there were a group of us. It was like Misha, me, Jensen, Jared, Cliff, and we were joking, and Elena was there. We were joking that, I was showing a picture, and it almost got to him, and I was like, give that back. And he was like, what? And I was like, no, I've heard stories, no. And then a couple drinks later, people are showing pictures, and sure enough, I let my phone go around the table again, and I looked, and I was like, give it back. And he had it for 20 seconds. In which he should have been looking at the picture. Now, I got it back. I was like, what'd you do? And he acted all like, oh, I didn't have time, man. 20 seconds. And I was like, looked at it. I looked at pictures, and there were no pictures. Email, no. Texts were sent, no. All right. We go on. We have a lovely time. The night ends. I wake up the next morning, and Richard, who's directing his episode, he's in Vancouver. I think he was directing his episode. I don't know. He was gone. And he texted me. He was like, did Jared get your phone? And, I mean, the fear. You gotta understand, I'm a good person. I'm a nice guy. And these guys, their big joke on me is trying to make me look like an a-hole. The whole Rob hates Perth thing, so funny for Richard. That hurt me to the bone, because I don't hate things. And so, I go, what? What? He said, Twitter. I looked at my Twitter page, and it says, I hate Rob Benedict. I hate children. I mean, the thing that's respectable is how in literally 20 seconds, he got to my Twitter, and he wrote, I hate children, and sent it. It's remarkable. Because it's not like Twitter's on my main page. You got to go to that little folder, the file that it's under. God, he's good. He's damn good. So, Fortunately, what's so great about you guys is people who saw that were like, Rob, did Jared get your phone? I immediately erased it, of course, but like, no one said like, Rob, you hate children? Like, no one, so that was kind of good. No one bought it.
So on the Sky Alive vinyl that just came out, Cool and Crooked Wheel are swapped in the track numbers. Was that like for an aesthetic vibe?
On the
or-
album?
On the Sky Alive vinyl,
On
they're
the vinyl,
different
yeah.
to the album.
It's a time thing. So you only have, I never knew this, but you only have like, I don't know if it's like 25 minutes or something. You have a certain amount of time that can go on one side of an LP. And so it was for time-wise. If we paired that song with that and moved this song over here, and like we had to cut off the very beginning of Reunion, the first song, it just comes in at a different point. It was just for time. So, but we were all like, you know, because we'd heard it the other way so much that it was really kind of interesting for us to like hear Crooked Wheel on the first side was really interesting. But no, it's just for time. You have to just it can only be so long. So that's what it was.
Cool. Also, you're left-handed, yeah?
Yeah.
So why do you play guitar with the right hand?
You know, it's funny. People have asked me that before. I don't know. I mean, I don't do anything right-handed, and I guess I just don't think of playing the guitar. I guess I don't think of that as a right-handed thing. I know it is, but for me, you need the dexterity in your left hand to play guitar. So for me, that just always came easy. So I just can't. I couldn't imagine playing it the other way. But so you're still, you know, it's not like eating or shooting a basketball. Like you need both hands to play the guitar, and you know that hand still feels like it's used a lot. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm a freak.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We have a question over here.
What? Oh.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, what drew you to the role of being Chuck? Why did you think he would be a good character to play?
Well, you know, it was an audition, right? And but there's like sometimes you go on an audition and you're like, okay, I can pretend I'm this person. You find a way to sort of get into what that person is. But with Chuck, with certain roles, you're like, oh, I know exactly what this is. And so it really was like just a matter of like, I put my thing on it, which is what I just felt like it was. And fortunately for me, the producers saw it the same way. They're like, oh, wow, yes, that's it. That's what we want. It could have gone the other way. They could have been like, no, that's not Chuck. But I just felt like I knew it. I knew him. I knew that, what it was, what he needed to be. And again, it's like that character I play a lot. I did sort of understand that, the sensibilities that he brought. I mean, at that point, he was still just the prophet and the writer and all that. And but I got all that. I got that stuff that was Chuck. And honestly, the like triggers for me, I remember my audition is I thought, you're drunk. You haven't seen the light of day in a while. You know, those are like the things I was thinking. And, but I didn't play like sloppy drunk. I was just someone who's been sort of a bottle of whiskey and a typewriter like for a long time. And that awkwardness of, you know. But yeah, there's so many things about Chuck that appealed to me. I liked as it went along. Even in that first episode, I remember feeling like, oh wow, I'm like a father to these guys in a way. Like I feel like I've created them, right? So I feel this kinship to them, which I really liked that part. And then of course there's the funny part, and I Am the Prophet Chuck was like really just made me laugh. And so I was so happy. You know, at the first it was just a one-off, one episode guy. So I was just really happy it turned into more than that.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Up top, Rob.
Hi, I was just wondering on your theories on God and when you think he will come into the show and where he's been.
Well, what do you mean my theories? What do you like what? Like whether I think Chuck is God?
Yeah, I think Chuck's God. Like, because in one of the episodes he said something and that's not part of his ability of being a prophet.
Yeah.
So,
You mean Chuck did?
yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck doesn't know anything. It's all happening through Chuck. I think that, I do think that I believe in Chuck. It's okay if you don't, but I fall on the God side of things. Me personally, I do believe that. And like I said, I do feel like right now, the time is ripe for him to come back and straighten some stuff out.
We're over here.
Hi.
Question.
Hi, Rob. I was just wondering, what's happening with Kings of Con? Because we haven't heard anything in a while, and it looks really interesting and awesome.
It is interesting and awesome. We're so excited about it. And, you know, we like most of our time has been spent, we're still getting all the perks out. We were blessed to have so many people donate to the project that now we're needing to, you know, pay people back. And so, like, we're sending out, it's like, honestly, we hired somebody to help us because it's like a 24/7 job. So we want to get all that done so then we can focus on, but all the episodes are written. We wrote 10 episodes, and we can't say anything yet, but very soon we're going to have a really good special announcement in terms of a home for the show, which is exciting. And then as soon as that deal gets done and we can announce that, then we'll start shooting it, which we hope will be the beginning of next year, like starting in January. So,
Thank you.
yeah. It's Rich and I are so excited about it. The episodes are really, really funny, and like, you know, the whole time that we're writing them, we're thinking about you guys and things that would make you guys laugh, you know, about what's quirky about Rich and Rob. And so anyway, I can't wait for you to see it. It's really fun.
Hi.
Hi.
Firstly, I'd like to apologize for not bringing a guitar in for you today.
That's okay.
Do you think there might be any chance we could hear a performance at any point today?
Well, yeah, you know, my friend Jason Mans, it just so happens, brought a guitar. And at the end of this very stage talk, he's going to come out and we're going to play a couple of songs for you.
Over here, sorry, over on here.
Good day, Rob.
Good day.
So, we all know Becky was a huge fangirl in the show. And did Becky ever give you an impression of what fangirls and fanboys would actually be like?
I gotta sit down when I talk about Becky. It's a real sensitive subject. Because, you know, Becky, I guess we broke up. But nobody told me that we broke up. No, I feel like, I mean, I'm a fanboy of stuff, so I get it. But, you know, I love the character of Becky. She was funny. I mean, she was pretty extreme. Maybe just a little. Yeah, so you know, I never thought like, oh wow, is this what they're like? I never thought that. But I remember thinking, is this what the conventions are like when I shot that convention episode? Because I had never been to one. And then literally my first convention was like 2 days after that episode aired. It was really weird. I was in Chicago, and it was really bizarre. Because I came out on stage, I had a water bottle, I was kind of shaky, and it's exactly like that scene in that episode. So no, I never thought, when I think about Becky, I just think about a broken heart. Well, you know, she had a thing for Sam. It's fine. No, but no, I never think like, oh wow, yeah, there's just a bunch of Beckys. No, I never think. But yeah, I'm a fanboy of stuff, so I totally get it. I'm a big fanboy of Pearl Jam. I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. So that's what I always liken it to, is my, you know, I'm a fan club, card-holding fan club member. And I met Eddie Vedder once, and I nearly pooped my pants. Trying to act all cool. And I don't know if you ever heard my Eddie Vedder story. And but we were backstage at an Eddie Vedder solo show, and a friend of mine knew Ben Harper. So Ben Harper had gotten us backstage. It was like one of those things where like you walk through a door and another door and another door, and all of a sudden you're in Eddie Vedder's private room, and you're like, how the fuck did I get here? And so it's just like me and they cleared everybody out, and there's just like Ben Harper and my friend and Eddie and a couple random people. It was like there's like 6 of us sitting around a table. And Eddie lights up a cigarette, and he's like 2 people away from me. And I'm like, I try to think of something to say to him. I just wanted to talk to him. And I couldn't think of anything except he lit up a cigarette. And I don't smoke, but I was like, so there's a girl between us, and I was like, hey, can you ask Eddie for a cigarette? And she's like, why don't you ask him yourself? And Eddie, who's talking to someone on the other side of him, and I'm back here asking this girl, he just goes like this. Huh? And passes the pack back to me. I was like, awesome, he heard me. Totally passed the pack back, never looked at me, but he passed the pack back. And that's the end of my story.
Thank you.
But I was like, yes. But in a way, I wouldn't want to talk to him because, like, I don't know, especially musicians. To me, musicians are like on a certain level, so smart, and they're such poets, and to someone like that, you just want to respect their work and not necessarily talk to them. I don't know. So maybe it's best.
I was just wondering what it was like working on Masters of Sex.
It was really fun. Yeah, it was really cool. I haven't had a chance to do a show like that in a while that's like a period piece and straight up drama. It was really great. And to play a character that I had to kind of like, get into, and not a typical character I would play, and it was great. And Bo Bridges, who like in my mind, I've said this for a long time. In fact, I remember, so Jeff Bridges is like one of my favorite actors, right? And one of the reasons he's my favorite actor is he's been married for like 45 years, and he seems like a good man. And he doesn't seem like he ever got caught up in the Hollywood business, even though he comes from a Hollywood father, Hollywood family. He's been acting his whole life. But he seems like the kind of dude you'd want to hang out with. That was in my head. And so I meet Bo Bridges, his brother, and he's the coolest dude. Like, he is that. Like, I want to be a Bridges when I grow up. But he's the coolest guy, and he was that, and he talks about Jeff, and he's just like, and Bo's been married for like 40 years also. They're good dudes, and they're exactly what I thought they'd be. It was like hanging out with the Big Lebowski. I mean, Bo's really funny too, because he doesn't, this is what I love about him, like there's no ego. Like, he'll talk about like a movie he did or a movie Jeff did as if you'd never heard of it. So he'll be like, he's like, yeah, my brother did this one movie. I was talking about Robin Williams and what a shame that was and how sad I was when Robin Williams died. And he said, yeah, I met Robin Williams. I said, oh, you did? He's like, yeah, my brother Jeff did a movie with him. No, he said he did a, what did he say, like a picture show? He said he did a show. He said he did a show with him, and the show was called The Fisher King. And I was like, yeah, I know The Fisher King. Like, that's well aware of that movie. Isn't it so funny? And then another thing, he's like, told me a funny story about Jeff. He was on a set of this other movie he did. It's called The Big Lebowski. And I was like, yeah, no, I know. It's like one of my favorite movies ever. So I'm with you. I know. Anyway, so that was really cool. But yeah, no, it's a fun set to be on. And I hope to go back. So it's nice to not be dead.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
So last time you were in Australia, you, Matt, and Rich had a bit of a frightful plane story. Mm-hmm. How was your flight over this time? It looked like quite a party from Twitter.
Well, it was uneventful. The flight here was pretty uneventful. But what I'm worried about is tonight, because that's when it happened. That's going to be the anniversary of that flight from hell. Tonight we fly from Sydney to Melbourne, and that was when it all went downhill. So I'll have to let you know. But in terms of the flight over here, it was all good. I had to sit next to Rich, as I always do. In fact, like, none of us were sitting together, and then this woman came to my seat. She's like, hey, I'm with my baby, and they have my baby in like another seat. I mean, the baby's like a 3-year-old, and can you switch with me? And I was like, yeah, no problem. She's like, the only problem is the other seat's a middle seat. And I was like, it's fine. I totally get it. And she's like, it's right there. And Rich is like, right next to Rich. So I was right next to Rich. But no, he's gotten a lot better. Him and Matt have both gotten a lot better flying, except Rich won't sleep. He just won't sleep. He's just wired. He's just watching movies, and I think it's just like he can't totally relax on a plane. So I slept, you know. He watched like 4 movies. I didn't make it through one. But he's so funny. He's really funny. Like, we watched a movie, and we watched the same movie to start. I fell asleep before it was over, but we had to watch it at the same time. Like, we're watching it together. It's so funny. Like, that's not me. That's coming from him. He's like, no, remember? And so we're like, the headphones on, and we have to go 1, 2, 3. And then if he has something to say, or if the food comes by, he's like, 1, 2, 3, pause. It was exhausting. We had to do that through the whole movie. So I ended up falling asleep. But I want to see the end of that movie at some point. There's a lot of pressure. He's silly. Bridge of Spies, which is good. The first 3/4 of it are awesome. I just got real tired. Yeah.
I was just wondering if you could tell us how your band got together, because you've been around for a while, and I just want to know how you kind of brought each other together.
Well, it was like the 90s. No joke. Right after I got out to LA, I met Mike Borja, because he was a grad student at where I went to college, and so we had mutual friends, played football together, with like friends, and then we just, you know, you play guitar, I play guitar, and so we started getting together every week and playing guitar and doing covers together, and then, you know, one of us would go, hey, I wrote this song, so then we started writing our own songs, and so we came up, we had like 10 songs, we're like, we should play live, so I had a party at my apartment, and Mike and I played, and it was funny. We had another friend who like banged on some pots and pans. It was really a sea-level show. But then after that, at that show, Steve Norton was there because he was a friend of mine. I didn't know him, but he was at that show, and he's a drummer. And he was like, hey, would you guys want a drummer? And we're like, yeah, that'd be awesome. That would mean we have a band. And so the 3 of us started playing together. Mike was like, you know what, I'll play bass. So he switched over to bass. And then we met Billy years later. We were playing in LA with this other band, would open up for us, or sometimes we'd just play on the same bill with them. And they broke up, and that was Billy's band. And Billy called us, he's like, you guys want a lead guitar player? I was like, yes, please, because I had too much work to do. It's really hard to try to be a lead guitar player and sing. And so that's really where we became what we are today when Billy joined the band, which was like 2005 or something, 2004. So yeah, that's the story of Loud and Swain.
Right over on the edge here. The other, over here. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? First of all, I'd like to thank Hub Production for putting this little bit of extra on for all of us mad Supernatural fans, and for getting you guys down here, because it's a long way for you to come. Now we're all hanging out to watch a very supernatural Christmas when we all get home. But my question is, how do you celebrate Christmas with your family?
That's a good, nice question. Well, pretty traditionally, you know what's great about having children is like you can make your own traditions. Like I had things that I would do in my family, my wife had things that she would do in her family, and then we make our own family together and we're like, let's do it like this, you know, and then you come up with your own traditions. So, you know, on Christmas Eve, we see some relatives who live in the area for like, you know, big dinner with them. But my favorite thing is like Christmas Day, like we don't go anywhere. Like we just stay at home, stay in our pajamas all day, and open up presents and put the fire on. Even if it's like 90 degrees outside, we'll have a fire going. And I make a big dinner for the family. I make a big turkey dinner. And it's awesome. It's literally my favorite day of the year. You know, the other thing that's great is like when you have kids, the idea, like Christmas gets good again. You know, for me, like Christmas was always a really fun holiday as a kid. And then you get to the point where you're kind of bored of it, you know, and you feel like you're too old for it. And then you have kids, and like, all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, it's getting good again. So I like giving gifts almost more than getting them, although I like getting gifts. But anyway, yeah, that day is so great. Don't go anywhere. It's the best.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
Brianna mentioned earlier that you guys were practicing Australian accents. I was hoping you could give us an example, otherwise some example of other accents that you can do for us, please.
Well, it's a really hard accent. I feel like I've gotten the British one down. Then Richard told me his thing is he goes, "Nai smiking," is like you basically go, "Nai smiking." And so then I'll go, "Hello." But then I feel like that's not all the way perfect. But if I start with that, if I start with "Nai smiking," I mean, I can't do it. I can't do anything. "Hello, my name is Rob." How's that? Pretty awesome? How you going? How you going? No problem. No worries. It's so awful. It's like my British accent. I feel like I have a pretty good one, and then I go to England, and it's awful. Like I go to England, I'm like, you know, "Good morning, hello, top of the morning to you." It's like awful. When I was in college, I was in a play where I had to have an Irish accent, and so I listened to this tape, and the tape was like, here's, with an American accent, counting to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now with an Irish accent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's what I feel like. Hello. Yeah, that's about all I can do. It's really bad. Then I'm going to work on that. An Australian family just moved across the street from us. And so I'm going to have a chance to practice with them. So maybe next time I come back, I'll have a better accent. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. You people are awesome. I hope you know that. Like, it's a pretty good deal down here you got going. I like it a lot. Yesterday, I was like, I want to move here. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the whole like scary animal thing, like, no, I'm not buying it anymore. But I just like that you're just like, you feel like you're literally in a different world, you know? It's like this other society that's like just as cool, if not cooler than your own. It's a big island, you know? I don't know. It feels separate but not isolated. And you people are just really, really nice. The Australian people have been so nice to us, and so it's great. But a real big bunch, the guys especially, are really tall. You're a race of Jareds, which is disconcerting for a guy like me. We were laughing because yesterday we were at this bar, and it was all these businessmen doing happy hour, and women, and the women were normal size, you know, but the men were gargantuan. They were just like, and honestly, normally me and the guys are always like, "Ooh, look at that hot girl over there," whatever. Literally the whole time I'm like, "Oh, look at this guy, look at this guy." Anyway, me, Jason, and Matt were like, "Oh, check out the guy right behind you, check out the guy right behind you." Because they were like accountants and lawyers, and they looked like rugby stars. Like they were just like, boom, rock solid dudes. And we were thinking that they were like looking at me going, "What's with the little fella?" I was telling them the story about how yesterday we were checking out all the dudes, and that we imagined they were like, Richard said today that they're like, "He must be their son, but he's got a beard."
He's got a what?
A beard.
A beard.
A beard. That's my bad Australian accent. "What's with the little fella?"
The funniest part about that was, well, I can't even say the funniest part because I'm pretty sure he already told all the punchlines from that entire stop, right?
Go for it.
Well,
I might have missed some stuff.
Oh, I feel bad saying it. I feel like you should say it, not me.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm really little.
Well, he was saying that, like, people were looking at me like, oh, that bloke's kind of average,
Yeah.
or maybe even a little below average. And they were looking at him going like, he must have something wrong with him. He probably has, like, some sort of growth deficiency. Poor little guy.
They're like, don't look, don't look, don't look. Yeah, it was weird. But that's what like I said, they were all like models, but like in business suits, just like accountants or whatever. It was bizarre. What? What ba? I'm not telling. That's funny. Yeah, Brianna wasn't there, and she was texting us. She was like, let me know if there's like, some cute guys there or whatever. And we're like, you better get over here. So yeah, what bar? What bar? What are we doing here, Chief?
I don't know. I was just going to add a musical background to your stage talk.
Thank you.
That's all. I was just
That's how
here
I
to
normally do it.
Add some accents.
Normally I've got a little backup. So one time, when I was a kid, all the Benedicts were gathered around the campfire. And my mom said, Robbie, you're not gonna be a large man. But you could be an entertaining man, because people like little people. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like we should probably play a Christmas song.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that sounds pretty good. Do you want to do the one that we did off of your album?
I'm gonna steal a chair so we can have a
That'd be
relaxed.
good. Can we have another chair? Why don't you set up your iPad situation, and she'll get you a chair. Did I miss anybody while we're setting up for this? Yes.
If Chuck was going to have like a theme song, what would you choose for him to have?
That's a great question. What if God were one of us?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah. Oh, the other one? Yeah. No, we haven't. But not like we've been like, I don't want to see it. We just really haven't seen it. But from what I hear, it is different than ours. I mean, it's. I think it's more about more like a galaxy quest, maybe kind of like that kind of convention, and it really is. I don't know. Like ours doesn't. Like, I worry that one maybe makes fun of it or something, and that's not what ours is about. Ours is about, like, Rich and I are the craziest people in the show, you know? And it really is more about our relationship with each other, and the backdrop is the conventions, you know what I mean? But we're the ones that look silly. But, you know, and no one, you know, and the other thing is, like, no one has this. Nobody knows what this is, you know? So we sort of touch on the supernatural thing, but really it's about Rich and I and our kind of silly relationship. But I would never ever, like, we're very careful, like, no, I would never want to do anything that in any way hurts this amazing thing that we've got, you know, that's misguided in terms of, you know, where the humor is. The humor really is on him and I being such dum-dums. And the silly things we do backstage, you know, it's really like what goes on backstage while this is going on. This machine is working here, you know. But, I mean, I guess this is a good place for me to say, like, I get a chance to say this at home because of the Loud and Swain show. There's always, like, a cool moment in the show where I get to say something. But, like, I hope you know how much, like, I love you guys. And, like, this has become my family, too, you know. It literally, I had that stroke a couple years ago, and, like, it's like you're ingrained in me, like, you know, we're all together. And I'm very thankful for all of this, so.
If I can just add my 2 cents, I feel like the most important differentiating factor between con men and kings of con is that y'all's is better.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I do like ours. Gosh, we've never done this. Did we do it at the stage yet?
I think we did.
I
think
pretty,
so.
I was pretty drunk. Remember? So this is a song from Jason's Christmas album, which I'm sure you already have. If you don't, you should. It's awesome. And Jason said to all of us, like, what's your favorite song? And let's sing it. And I chose this one, which is a tricky one because normally, you got drums and stuff. So we kind of had to reimagine it.
Which was cool because most of the entire album, I had kind of a really good idea for everyone, like all the guests. I had a vision for their song. And with Rob, obviously, being Rob, I was like, buddy, this is your space, man. What do you want to do? So we kind of chatted it out. And it's the only song on the album that really I didn't produce. I mean, it really was Rob came in with a vision and was like, I kind of want to do it like this and make it kind of chill. And I was like, I love it. That's perfect. It fits right in.
Come, they told me, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, a newborn king to see, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, to lay before the king, pa-ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam, ra-pa-pam-pam. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, when we come.
Little baby, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, I am a poor boy too, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam. I have no gift to bring, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, that's fit to give our king, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, rum-pa-pam-pam, rum-pa-pam-pam. Shall I play for you, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, on my drum?
So to honor him, no, Mary nodded. Mary nodded, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam. The ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam. I played my drum for him, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam. I played my best for him, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, rum-pa-pam-pam, rum-pa-pam-pam. Then he smiled at me, pa-rum-pa-pam-pam, me and my drum, when we come, me and my drum.
So, Rob and I have had the pleasure of jamming together for a long time. And we decided, kind of randomly, a few years ago that we should just write something, because we both write songs and we play together. And we were like, we're together so much, it would be fun to write stuff. So we did that. We've written a few songs together, and we're kind of working on a new side project that we've written together. And in the midst of that, we both brought in some old songs that we've done that we never really performed. And we were like, what if we did this together and kind of tried to put a different twist on it? So this is actually one of those songs. It's one of Rob's songs, and we kind of reworked it together.
I'm not going to be able to turn this.
I'll do it for you.
I mean, I probably don't need it, but you know me. What was that? Well, moreover, I feel like we could tell them too that like Jason and I have been planning. We have kind of a side project brewing, and we wrote like 5 songs and did a tour in Europe last year. And the idea was that we would always come back and record those, make a proper album. So now we've written some more. We've got about 10 to 12 new songs, and we're going to be recording. And is that all we can say about that right now?
Well, I'd like to maybe visit the story about us on tour in Germany, if that's okay.
Yeah, the love that we shared.
We did. It was really lovely. We did a tour earlier this year?
Yeah, January, February last year. Well, this year, yeah.
Right. And the first hotel room that we got to, we had been on a plane forever, and we got in the van, we got to the hotel room, and we were sharing a room. And we got there, and I was like, man, I got to take a shower, if that's okay. He's like, sure. So I went in there and took a shower, and...
one wall of the shower was this, like, opaque...
Yeah, it was like a weird, futuristic, modern painting thing, which was like, cool, whatever. And then I got out, and he was like, hey, just so you know, when you turn the light on in the shower, it's kind of see-through. I mean, you can kind of make out, some stuff. And I was like, well, whatever, that's fine, I don't care.
Okay.
And so he was like, I'm gonna take a shower now too. And so I was out in the main room, and then he walked in, and we turned the light on in the shower and started taking a shower. Totally, completely see-through. Like not like I can kind of make out some shapes. Like it was like I'm putting on a show for you right now.
Yeah.
And when he came out, I was like, why did you wait until my shower was over to tell me that I was putting on a show for you?
It was crazy. For the next 2 nights we stayed there, I had to avert my eyes. Like it was, I was not prepared for that. So that was one thing, and then we go to the next one, and what was it? Oh, we had to sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder, guys, no video or photos
can't
during
hear
this
it.
time, please.
Anyway.
Keep going, guys.
It won't pair. All right. I don't need it, but I totally need it. So this song is called Gone. The billboard snicker in the valley. I stare back at him with my gamma rays. Maybe I'll go start a fire. If they catch me, they'll put me away. They used to say he's got potential. Now I'm on my way to nowhere. 6 more miles and I'm out of state. 5 more ways could have changed my fate. Take the reasons it went wrong. I got a 3 ibuprofen headache with just 2 more people didn't make it. One good thought my head, now it's gone. The ashtray knows I'm alone. It's certainly seen its better days. I live and die by the phone. I live and learn and love my foolish ways. But who will save me on the day? Well, no one tried to save me. 6 more miles and I'm out of state. 5 more ways could have changed my fate. 4 suitcases of reasons it went wrong. I got a 3 ibuprofen headache with just 2 more people didn't make it. One good thought in my head, now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. One good reason for leaving. I'm not blind and you can't see. I'm just so good at believing. Damn my sensitivity. I can't help it. My heart bleeds. I'll be damned if I can help it. 6 more miles and I'm out of state. 5 more ways could have changed my fate. 4 suitcases to read, say we're wrong. I got a 3 IB broken headache, but just 2 more people didn't make it. One good thought my head, one good thought my head, one good thought my head. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was the Australian premiere of that song. Thank you. Sure, man. I'll do whatever you want.
Should we do one more?
We'll do one more song. One more, and then I'll lead the stage to Jay.
Should we switch and then I'll play?
I think so. Yeah.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
What's the vibe backstage? People having a good time?
Having a great time. It's a great crew. What about, it's always fun for me to get to just hang out, obviously. So it's always fun when you get the right crew, the right combination of people in the green room to make you laugh so hard that your sides hurt the entire time. And Rich and Rob and Matt and Brianna and Mark, of course, are a pretty good combination to make that happen. So it's been really fun.
I told, yeah, there's nothing on that file, it just is empty. I told the people about our epic match with some questions about the rules.
What rules?
The rules, the win by 2 rules. That was fun. Those are good times. That's how he felt.
I mean, depending on your opinion of how the game goes, either I won 12-11, or you won
15-13.
Yeah.
So I won. So anyway,
you know,
I was like, so I won. I was 3 out of 4. None to be proud of, Russ. Anyway, good times. All right. On that note,
Rob and I play this song together sometimes, so we figured we'd play it for you guys.
Heard there was a secret chord David played and he pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, and the major lift. Baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, you know, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. You know, I used to live alone before I knew ya. I never used the chords on the thing, and now I'm looking at them.
Oh yeah, that does it. You can't look at them.
Seen your flag on the marble arch. Our love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Maybe there's a God above. All I've ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who outdrew ya. It's not a cry you hear at night. It's not somebody who's seen the light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So welcome to your musical intermission. Feel free to get a drink. I'm going to play you guys a couple songs, if you don't mind. If anyone has any burning questions, feel free to raise your hand, and I'll smile at you and then keep playing. I'm totally kidding. If you have a question, feel free to ask a question. But I'm going to start with a song that, interestingly, if you know that I have played at these things for a while, you'll know that I have had a song on the show. But strangely, that song that I had on the show, thank you, sir, was really not the start of my being invited to these things. So he's warming up. That's actually Richard warming up backstage. So this is a song. Can you guys hear that? This is a song that Jay and I sang together a couple times, and it was the very first ever Supernatural convention we sang this song, and it was kind of fun. So I'll start with that.
Like a feel a heartbeat from 1,000 miles, and I eyes open every time she smiles. I'm running to her, that's where I belong. I'm running to her like a river song. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. Got a fine sense of humor when I'm feeling down. I'm running to her when the sun goes down. She takes away my troubles, she takes away my grief. She takes away my heartache and I go right to sleep. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love. Yes, I need her in the daytime, and yes, I need her in the night. Yes, I want to throw my arms around her, kiss her, hug her, and a kiss and hug her tight. When I'm returning from a long day, give me some sweet loving, it brightens up my day. It makes me righteous, yes, it makes me whole. It makes me mellow right down to my soul. Give me love, 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 crazy love. Give me love, 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 crazy love. She give me love, 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 crazy love. She gave me love, 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 crazy love.
Fair enough.
When I saw you walking all alone, simply smiled and told me you're a million miles from home. And you don't know why people just walk on by. You just look at them and then you say, yeah, gonna be okay. And you are the only one who sees. Thank me, but you tell me you don't go, gotta be free, and you don't know why. People just walk on by, you just look at them and then you say, yeah, you're gonna be okay. You sing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, and you sing it loud. You sing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, and you sing it proud. I know you are the only one who sees. Thank me, but you tell me that you know you gotta be free, and you don't know why. People just walk on by, you just look at them, then you say, yeah, you're gonna be okay. You sing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, and you sing it loud. You sing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, and you sing it proud. You sing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, singing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, singing la 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 la, your song go la 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 la, and you sing it proud.
So I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for listening. And I'd like to call a couple friends to the stage. Oh, you don't know them. They're just some of my friends that I met in Australia. No, you heard one warming up already backstage by the name of Richard Spate. And another lovely young gentleman who you may or may not know, a guy by the name of Rob Benedict.
Richard Spate.
Rob Benedict. Is this Rob's mic? Is this Robbie? I can say that because we're the same height.
Oh, you want me to stand? Sure. Hold this.
Give him hell, Rob.
What are we doing exactly? I mean, how's this gonna? Do we need more? I mean, are we just doing around one?
I
mic?
would like you to finish the question and I will answer it.
With mics or without mics? I think without mics.
Okay. But we need the lyrics, right?
Oh yeah, we got to use the lyrics. We're gonna do this without.
Yeah.
I'll hold it. I'll hold that thing.
Do you have it in yours? No.
Nope.
Do I have to go back to the green room now?
No.
No.
So we're just gonna do this without microphones.
They like that.
Yeah.
They're allowed to do that. I wasn't. No, I'm okay with it.
It's the most unprofessional thing. We've got the lyrics on an iPad. We did not have time to memorize them. That's not true. We had plenty of time. We're just bad at memorizing.
We just decided to do this.
That's true. We're doing it without the mics.
That's a microphone.
We obviously just decided to do that 5 minutes ago, but also, and this is what I love about you guys, is like, we feel very safe around you to look like jackasses. And, that's a beautiful song, Rich. I know you wrote that, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, I wrote that in 1972. One of my prouder moments. Thank you for letting me join in. Thank you, guys.
Where you
Enjoy
going?
this.
That's it.
No. Her. I'm out. I'm taking these microphones and leaving.
Please put your hands together, everybody. And for Jason.